Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a review of this set, so set number 60466, the Lego City Bulldozer, 682 pieces, and this goes for 65 US dollars, 60 euros, 55 British pounds and 80 Canadian dollars, which is what I picked it up in. So in my opinion, Lego City have been really knocking it out of the park with their construction vehicles in this current range. So here we've got the excavator, the wheel loader and the roller. They also did have a mobile construction crane. Bit big in my opinion, but I would have picked it up if I didn't already have another construction crane, a mobile one, that I think came out 2021 or 2022, sat in the great vehicles range rather than the construction kind of sub-theme. But I would say that this is definitely what's been missing the dozer. So obviously with the excavators and the rollers and the crane, definitely a dozer was the missing piece. This looks a pretty good one. Not cheap, of course, at 65 US dollars, 682 pieces, but a lot of those pieces are going to be for the tracks, building up the links there. And I think it does show that if we move around to the back of the box. So where it's showing some of the movement function that we've got inside there, you can see those tracks are going to be taking up a lot of the pieces, and we've got a Technic style movement function in there, which is pretty good. And the graphic here also shows that the backhoe and the blade move as well. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Comes with, I think, 3 minifigures. If we check the top of the box just here, yeah, so 3 minifigures. The middle one looks fairly generic, but the other two look pretty decent with her overalls, and looks like maybe the foreman just there. So yeah, I'm hopeful this is going to be a good set. Like I say, I think that this has been the best set of construction vehicles probably that Lego have ever put out. Certainly as a set. Maybe there's been individual ones that have been great before, but all of these have been pretty good and at some different price points as well. Anyway, let's get to opening this and see what we're working with. So the very last thing that I built was the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, and that was an awesome building experience. I'm not expecting anything quite like that with this one, but feels pretty weighty in there, so hopeful it's going to be pretty substantial. And we can see that on the box here, it looks like the blade is actually built up from multiple pieces rather than just being one big moulded piece, which is a bit different. So hopeful with this one. I think it could be good. Let's open it up, see what's inside, and hope that there's not too many stickers there, because we're always trying to avoid stickers, of course. Okay, so we've ended up with 6 bags here. Final bag's not too substantial, but some of them really are. So we've got a whole load of almost like Technic style pieces just here. Looks like this is going to be fairly technical build for a Lego City set. And just the one booklet. Normally these are split up into a few booklets, but this is just one really big and thick booklet. Goes to 147 pages there. Booklet is a little bit damaged at the top, some of the pages. That's not ideal. It can happen though. It's not crucial. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a pretty substantial build. It's going to take over an hour, I would think, which is, yeah, fairly substantial for under 1,000 pieces. Here we go then. So, of course, the bulldozer itself is the main event here. We've got the driver or the operator up in the cabin, just there. Got a bit of rubble or debris down in front, and then the 2 other minifigs and the Men at Work sign just at the back there. This actually was a pretty good build. I didn't find it too repetitive at all. The tracks obviously are pretty big, but 52 links to each of them, and that came together pretty quickly, and the actual function works really well as well. So if I show you here, you can see even on this smooth surface, that track is going along really nicely. The blade, of course, as we saw on the box, is all brick built rather than one big moulded piece. I think that's a real positive personally. That's why we buy Lego rather than other models to build them. So when you have really big moulded pieces, it kind of does take away a bit for me. Depends on what it is. I understand boat hulls, if you want them to float, of course you want those to be kind of one piece. We've got the ripper at the back just here. I think I called it a backhoe earlier, but I do believe it's a ripper when it's on a bulldozer, and that does have some movement function to it, so can lift it up, push it down, and it does come flat down to the ground as well. And similarly with the blade, the movement function there, it is just up or down. There's no other movement to it, and I believe that some people have had a bit of problem with this maybe falling apart a bit. I haven't had any of that at all. I mean, push it up, push it down. I think you really have to go at it to get this bit just here to come loose. I suppose, you know, you could be a bit rough with it, maybe it comes loose, but I didn't have any problems at all. I do really like the colour scheme. I think the flame yellowish orange is the right way to go with this. Pretty real to life. Of course, both sides are basically the same. And I suppose one criticism is I'm not sure that inside the track looks great. Obviously you can see all the bits moving. That's not necessarily a problem, but some of the white showing just here, yeah, probably not perfect. Also at the back just there, can kind of see in the back it doesn't look like an engine or anything, it just looks a bit hollow, little bit odd, but nothing too major. And at the front we do have this grille piece just blocking that. You can still see the movement inside, that's a good thing. Yeah, and of course no stickers either, so we've got the print on the front just there, and the single tile pieces were always going to be prints as well. Yeah, just a really good set. Didn't have any problems building it. Was a really nice build actually. But let's take a look at those minifigs, because they're not bad considering they're Lego City ones.
Actually, just before we get to the minifigs, I just wanted to take a look at the engine function in terms of the movement that's in there. It's almost like a very simplified Technic function, and pretty interesting. Certainly wasn't expecting it in a Lego City set.
Something that I don't think we're expecting to see with a Lego City set, and I certainly wasn't expecting, is moving engine parts. But if I take the hood off of here, we should be able to see a little 3-cylinder engine, and if I move this back and forth, that engine does go up and down, and it's actually driven by this track. So if I move the left track, that's what's driving it. If I move the right track, nothing happens. Like I say, the tracks move really smoothly. This is a very smooth surface, so no problems there. So all built pretty well for me.
On to our 3 minifigs then, and we'll start off with what I believe is supposed to be the driver. So the female minifig, she's got printed legs, nice overall design, and some really cool shades. Plus she's got her moulded hair in the helmet there as well. On to what I believe is supposed to be the engineer, and he's got the same moulded legs as our first minifig. Instead of the overalls, just got a high-vis jacket, no alternate face because he's just got a helmet, and does come with that spanner or wrench as well. Onto our foreman, and he comes with some plain legs, so not printed, but does have a really great printed torso, and he comes with a belt piece as well. That's not a print, that is an actual physical part. He's the one minifig that does have an alternate face print, not too different from his first facial expression, but pretty good overall. Certainly 3 very appropriate minifigs.
Overall thoughts then, well, I actually think this is really quite excellent. I like the fact that we got to brick build the blade. I think it's a really good complementary set to the other construction vehicles that we've got. No stickers, unlike the excavator where we did get that 80-ton sticker on the side just there. So, you know, that's a real positive. You can see from a sense of scale, this is a really big dozer. You've got the minifigs just there, and it's some way up to the cabin. I think that that's a good thing. You can get smaller dozers, but why wouldn't we want a nice big giant one? I think that that's real positive. Good play functions. You don't need anything more than the blade coming up, blade coming down, the ripper coming up, ripper coming down. I didn't have problems with the build quality of this, to be honest, but let me know in the comments below if you've bought it and you experienced those. So that's really just when you push this down, move it round, it can actually come out of place. I didn't experience that, but I know some people have. So I can only go on how I've experienced it. Seems really good. Build quality was really good. The actual build experience was nice as well. Like I say, even though a lot of it you're doing twice, it's symmetrical both sides, not a problem. The tracks didn't take long to do. Just overall a really good set, and I think that Lego City has been really good on their vehicles this year. If you go back to earlier in the year, we had stuff like the donut van, which I thought was great. And yeah, these construction sets have been pretty top notch as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you have. And if you have, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. We're right on the cusp of 1,000 subscribers now, so it'd be great to hit that this week. But with that, I'll leave you and say as always, be good.